Okay, guys, so at long last, we have a trailer for the new MCU movie, which is coming in the summertime as part of the MCU's Phase 5 lineup, The Fantastic Four First Steps. And it's about time. Because, this film has been built up as the next, the Fantastic Four are the next big addition to the MCU for so many years now. We've been hearing about it, and incidentally, there's been a few YouTube channels who do these fake movie trailer channels who've done a few concept trailers for this movie already. So I guess now they're gonna go into overdrive with churning out a few more of those kind of videos. Yeah, so it looks like the movie doesn't waste too much time in establishing the origin of how the characters got their powers, right? It's explained in the trailer. I guess maybe some of this will be done through flashback. I get that kind of sense, as to how the accidents imbued them with their powers and that sort of thing. So Pedro Pascal plays Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, Human Torch. And Ebon Moss-Backrack will be Thing. And also, what's different about the previous Fantastic Four movies that we had in the early 2000s and then that terrible one from 2015 is that this is a period movie based in the 1960s. So it has that kind of aesthetic, but it's also got a futuristic vibe about it as well. So it's interesting to see how this is going to link up then with the regular MCU timeline and how that's going to fit into the universe, I guess. The main bad guy, incidentally, is going to be Galactus along with Silver Surfer. CG looks decent enough. There's not an awful lot given away. It's a 1 minute 37-second trailer or so, but there's nothing really there in terms of story. And what I did find interesting actually is when you think about it. I know people have talked about how they've recast the Silver Surfer as female, but they didn't do what I thought they might do, which is, I mean, we've known who the cast were for some time, but when you think about it, they've kept the characters, the look of the characters, true to the comic books. So there's been no sort of representation casting changes, shall we say. It's impossible to really gauge much more from what we're given here. I'm glad that they didn't throw in a bunch of bad, goofy, cheap Marvel type jokes in there. But it does look like a brighter, lighter film, which is a nice return to form, I think, for the franchise and for superhero movies in general. And on that note, it's likely that this film will get compared and will be sort of competing against, I suppose, the DC Superman movie and the James Gunn Superman movie, which I think, in terms of just competing, just comparing the trailers, I think the Superman movie was the Superman trailer was better, just because it packed more of an emotional punch. This is quite a bit different, but I do like that they've gone with this setting the film in the 1960s. It gives it a unique visual and tonal flavor in much the same way as Captain America: First Avenger is a very unique film in the MCU lineup for that very reason. It just gives you a different backdrop, different setting. Yeah, so that's quite nice. But at any rate, I don't have much more to say because there isn't really too much more to analyze. I like the look of it, but this was pitched as kind of the next big hope, I suppose, for the MCU, along with the introduction of the X-Men. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. So far, reception from comments on the trailer has been positive. But like I say, not too much that we can deduce from a teaser at this point. Is this the film that gets the MCU really back on track? I'll put it this way. I also suspect that Robert Downey Jr. is going to have like a brief cameo at the end of this as Victor Von Doom, probably a post-credit type situation as a lead-in for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on this Fantastic Four trailer. Looking forward to yours in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.